Hello, my friends. Come on in, make yourself at home, grab a pen and a piece of paper, make some notes. I'm here to draw up some gold and give you lots of gems on how to ensure that people are going to want to buy your services. First of all, by sharing why people don't buy in the first place. There are 7 main reasons, and also how to overcome these through your content. Welcome those of you who are on here live, and welcome if you are watching the replay. Hello. So I'm Kat Millar. If we haven't met before, I have a business called Amplify Your Influence, and I help service-based entrepreneurs to grow their business through marketing, through sales, and through content creation. So it's so important that we understand the psychology of the people that we are making offers to. And these 7 things are really understanding the deeper mindsets of people who potentially may buy your services, whether that's a coaching program, an online course, maybe it's an event that you're advertising, whatever it is that you are offering to people. There are 7 main reasons that I've come up with. There are other reasons as well. These are different to objections. These are actual reasons why people won't buy, and they often won't tell you the reason why they're not buying. So as I go through them one by one, I'm going to show you how you can overcome them through content. And by content, I mean Facebook Live videos, I mean social media posts, blog posts, and anywhere where you show up online, where you are showing up and delivering content and delivering value. So it might be in your Facebook group or your Facebook business page. It could be through a landing page. It could be through email marketing. So think of all the different places that you show up online. And when you show up online, you are wanting to show up, give value, help people out, and take them along that journey towards potentially becoming an ideal paid client. And in the meantime, providing lots and lots of value so that people can get to know you, like you, and trust you. Okay, so the first reason why people don't buy is because they don't trust you. And how we can overcome this through our content is by showing our credibility. It's so important that before you just rock up and give content, that you talk about who you are, what your business is, and not every single time, but occasionally you want to just remind people, hey, over the last 17 years of being a business owner, I've learned XYZ. Or I'll often say, you know, since 2003, I've been working for myself and attracting clients and having to learn the skills of client attraction and marketing and sales. And there are 3 main problems that most people come up against when it comes to growing their business. So I've just kind of, before I've given the content, I wrap it in something like, you know, over the last X many years, or working with over 4,000 one-on-one clients, I've discovered some common patterns, problems and issues and challenges that people are facing when it comes to blah blah. So you might say, you know, over the last 5 years working as a health coach and working with hundreds of people, I've discovered that there are a few main things that people get wrong, a few mistakes people make, or a few things that are really important to get right when it comes to improving, you know, the area that you speak about. So people, if they don't trust you, they're not going to invest their hard-earned money into you, right? Think about when you have invested into a service that is similar to what you offer. So let's say you're a relationship coach, and before you got into a relationship, or let's say when you started getting into a relationship, you got a relationship coach to help you. So have a think about that person that you purchased that from. You trusted them, right? And how did you trust them? How can you build the same kind of level of trust that you had in when you invested in let's say a coach or a psychologist or an NLP practitioner or any type of service-based business? And usually that's done through repetition. So someone consistently showing up and giving value. Most people that I work with say, yeah, I followed you. I saw that you were consistent. I got your emails. I watched your Facebook Lives. I listened to interviews that you've done, or I'd read your blog. So typically you need to build trust through putting out consistent, regular content and talking about your credibility. Thanks those of you who joined me live. Hello Trish. Oh, you're coming to the workshop this weekend. Fantastic. So number one, the first main reason that people won't buy from you is because they don't trust you. So how can we overcome it? We are consistent in our content. We show up and we talk about our credibility. We share our experience, how long we've been in business. Or for example, Caroline, she's doing a camera confidence course, and so she's done all this media for years, so she can talk about her experience working for the news, and just basically you use what you've got and you turn it up. Like, you always tell the truth, obviously, always just tell the truth, but you amplify your credibility by sharing with people your experience, your years of how long you've done it, how many people you've worked with, who you've trained under. If you haven't got any clients yet, don't worry about it. Just talk about the training that you've done. You might have said, over the last 20 years, I've been fascinated by personal development, and I've gone to this course and read this book. And you can talk about other things. You could say that I've been researching it for X amount of years. You can talk about your mentors and their success. So no matter where you're starting from, you have credibility. So you've just got to play your strengths. Number two, they don't trust themselves. And this is the hardest thing to overcome, because they might go, and I've had people say this, they've said, I trust you completely, Kat. I know that you get results. I know that you're successful, but I don't trust myself. I don't trust that I'm going to do the work. And people have to be pretty vulnerable to admit this, right? Like, not many people want to say, hey, I might not do the work. I might procrastinate. I might get busy and make excuses. Not many people want to admit that. Some people do, but more than often than not, people are just thinking this. And they might throw out an objection like, oh, I don't have time, or I need to check with my partner, or I can't afford it. But actually they're thinking, oh, I've downloaded this online course and I haven't even logged in yet. Can we all put our hand up? You don't have to put your hand up. I can't even see you. But can you all put a yes in the comment if you've ever purchased an online course, an online program, anything online, and you haven't finished the course? Can you please tell me I'm not alone? I'm halfway through 2 diplomas online. I just need to plug in my phone. Where is my phone? One moment, please. Oh, there it is. Sorry, guys. I have started so many online courses and haven't finished them. Do you know that their success rate is less than 10%? That means 90% of people who sign up for these courses, they don't actually complete them. So we are getting lots of yeses in the chat box, in the comments. So thank you for admitting it, those of you who have admitted it. Yeah, it's very common. Hello, hi Gaina, hi Jeanette, hi Joan, good to see you. Hi Ada, oh thank you. Thank you. So yes, it is. People don't always trust themselves. So we have got to tell stories. We've got to tell stories of other people who have done what you've done, or what other people who have done what you are saying that you are promising them to do. So you've got to tell stories of other people. Hey, this person thought that it was hard and they did it. This person struggled with technology and they did it, so that they can start to trust themselves. It's the hardest one to overcome, but you can absolutely do it. You can also talk about how simple it is, how you lay it out step by step, how it's not complex, it's not complicated. People get scared that they're not going to be able to complete it, and they don't trust that they're going to be even smart enough or savvy enough to actually do it. So I know that about people because I've heard that over the years. So in my content, I'm always putting things like, hey, you might be thinking, yeah, easy for you, Kat, but you are good at tech. And I say to them, hey, I worked in a gym for 10 years. That was my office. Like, this is I had to learn tech, right? And so I say, anyone can learn it. I learned it. I was a personal trainer counting reps for over 10 years in gyms. I sat down, I taught myself, I learned from mentors. It's just a skill. All skills are learnable. So number 2, they don't trust themselves. Number 3, they don't trust external factors. So they might have a little bit of a problem with your industry in general. And so this is where you've got to show how you're different. So it might be like your type of people. There might be people that they associate. Maybe let's say you're a yoga teacher and they had a really bad experience in a yoga class once. They might paint you with that same brush. So it's really important that you show how you're different. You might say, hey, you might be wondering, am I like all the other personal trainers out there that make you do burpees in the rain and do 1,000 walking lunges? Well, let me show you how I'm different. So they might just, like I remember as a personal trainer, I had to always overcome that because people thought that I was going to be nasty and make them do horrible things that they didn't want to do. And they were actually quite surprised when I said to them, hey, I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. This is all about your choice. You're in control. I want you to feel really safe and comfortable. I'll push you if you want to be pushed, but there's no making you do anything that you don't want to do, that type of thing. So you've got to use your content to overcome these objections that they are thinking about and show how you're different. Okay, number 4 is they don't see the value. They don't see the value. It's very rarely a problem about affordability, because you should have a range, like a suite of products that everyone can afford. And if you don't, then I invite you to think about having some lower products so that people could maybe jump into your online course, for example, if they can't afford your one-on-one. Or let's say you have a payment plan. So you might say, okay, it's $3,000 for my one-on-one coaching for 6 months, for example, but you can go into a weekly payment plan of $137, for example. So you can break it down so it makes it more affordable. Obviously, you're not targeting people who are completely broke. They're not your target market anyway. You can't build a business trying to convince people who have no money to pay you money. That ain't gonna work, right? But people who do have the money, they often don't want to invest it unless they can see that they're going to get a return on their investment, right? Think about a big product that you've bought or a big program on offer. It's because that person, through their content, through their delivery, they have showed you the possibility of you getting more back than what you're paying out. One of the number 1 fears of humans is change, right? And so you are offering them a solution, but they have to change. And so you've got to first show them that change is safe, that they can do it, that you're going to support them through it, and also that they are going to get more back from investing. They're not going to have a loss. We fear change because our brain doesn't want to have a loss. It doesn't want to sense loss. So if they think, I'm going to lose this money, of course they're not going to want to buy, right? So we've got to show them you're not losing money. It's an investment and you're going to get a great return on your investment. So you need to show that. Give proof, give evidence, give case studies, give examples. Okay, number 5 is a fear of negative emotions. And this could range from the emotion of disappointment. So they pay, they don't get a result. This could be guilt, so they actually pay and they feel guilty because they've wasted your time, they've wasted your own time. They might have issues with not wanting to invest money if they've got a partner and they feel guilty that they've invested in another thing and it hasn't worked. Any kind of worry, any kind of doubt, all of those things, that the fear of experiencing any type of fear, guilt, shame, any of that will stop people from buying. So you might, in your content, say something like, hey, you might be wondering, what if it doesn't work? Or, hey, what if this, what if that? And so you can overcome that through stories. You can also overcome that through FAQs. So for example, with my accelerator program, when you go onto the website and you read through it, it's got all the common questions that people ask, the frequently asked questions. And so people can go, what if I'm just starting my business? Can you help me? What if can I put this through as a tax write-off? All the things that people ask me, so that they don't have that fear of those negative emotions of like guilt, worry, doubt, disappointment, and all those types of negative feelings. Okay, number 6 is a fear of failure. So they're scared that they're going to do it, they're going to go all in, and it's not going to work, and they're just going to feel really bad. But the fear of failure is a really big one. It's similar to the fear of negative emotions, but it can stand alone, especially if they've tried a whole lot of things before. So for example, let's say you're a weight loss coach and they're like, I trust you, I trust me that I can follow the plan, but what if it just fails? And what if I'm a failure? And then the last one, number 7, is a fear of success. And this is tricky, but it's like, what if it does work? What if I do get that result? What might that mean? What if I lost my relationship? What if I lost my job? What if I do start a business and it actually works? That means I might have to leave my job, or I might have to tell my family, and all these other kind of things come up. And this is where you just out what might be in their head. You just call it out in your content. So in your Facebook live videos, in your content, in your blogs, you just say, hey, some people say, hey, what if it works? And then this might happen. And then you just overcome it through your content. You just talk about it, tell a story. Hey, I had a lady, Jenny, and she really wanted a business, but she also thought, well, what might this mean? That means I might have a whole lot of responsibility. It might mean that I have to have a team of people relying on me. Like I know for me, I'm getting to that stage where I need to hire more people in my business, and there is a real fear of responsibility, because when it's more me doing it, then it's only me that I can let down. But now I'm paying other people. There's this like that fear of discomfort of going to the next level. So that is a really real thing as well. So I'm going to recap, and I'd love it if you could pop any questions in the comments. Please just pop them in there. Trish says, what was number 3? I'll just recap it. Hi, Solon, good to see you. The percentage, what was the percentage? Oh, less than 10% of people finish an online course. How bad, right? I mean, I'm guilty of it. It's normal. And I'm really high achieving and really driven, and I work really super hard. And if I don't do it, then I think, oh gosh, how do people with kids and all these other responsibilities do it? That's why I don't just sell an online course. I package my online course with support, because I just know it's intolerable to me to offer something knowing that the failure rate is 90%. So I always package my course with support. Okay, so here they are again. 7 reasons why people don't buy. Number 1, they don't trust you. Number 2, they don't trust themselves. Number 3, they don't trust external factors, your industry, people like you. Number 4, they don't see the value. That is so important that you put that in your content. Number 5 is the fear of negative emotions, guilt, worry, doubt, disappointment. Number 6, fear of failure, fear that it actually won't work. And number 7 is fear of success, fear that it actually will work. If you'd like to know exactly how to put these types of strategies and also the reasons people do buy, I've got a whole list of reasons why people do buy and how to incorporate this into your content. It's called subconscious marketing or neuromarketing, where we're really focusing on the psychology of people who are consuming your content. I have a workshop coming up this weekend. It's going to be value packed. We're actually going to be doing a lot of the content creation at the weekend. So I'm going to be giving you feedback on your content. I have never received a piece of content from anyone where I haven't gone through and changed loads of things to make it more influential, to make sure that it engages, that it hooks people in, and it gets likes and comments and shares and engagement, and also it leads to paying clients. That is what I want for you. The weekend is all about content creation formulas, winning proven content creation formulas, and doing. It's not about just sitting and learning, it's about actually doing it. So you'll have a workbook that we'll be working through. It's just a small group, so it's intimate, so I can actually edit your content. We're going to be working through all different types of content, social media, emails, website, and I'm going to be tweaking things for you. So it's basically like getting some one-on-one coaching around your content. Content is king. If you don't get your content right, you will not attract the right clients. There are people who are out there that think that clients are just going to come to them by just posting up organically on social media and not understanding that content has to be written in a certain way to overcome all these objections. So I want to help you with that. So if you want to come, I'm going to just put the details in the chat box. It's called Create Content That Connects. It goes 9:30 a.m. till 3 p.m. Create Content That Connects. It's going to be a beautiful community of people on there, like-minded entrepreneurs. So I'm going to be, it's all people like you, like service-based business owners. It's not just a whole heap of people who have different businesses, which means that you'll be able to see what other people are doing and connect with a really great community. So Create Content That Connects online workshop this weekend, the 6th and 7th of June. Content-June 2020. I'm just putting that in the comments. Thanks for posting that, Trish. And any other questions, please just pop them in the comments now. Any other questions on those 7 reasons why people don't buy? Just pop them in the comments. And I hope to see you at the workshop. It's going to be super value packed. Anyone who's been to any of my workshops, you can go to my Facebook business page and look at all the reviews. I always get lots of great feedback because I really spend a lot of time, like literally sometimes hundreds of hours on creating these workshops. So they're super valuable and people walk away with so much done. Not just information, but transformation. Like you will have light bulb moments. You will write pages and pages of notes. This is over the last 17 years of doing business and attracting clients and doing marketing and sales. I've pulled the best of the best, as well as spending over $100,000 on business training from millionaire mentors and pulling the best strategies and testing it on my own business. It's helped dozens and dozens of my own clients, and I know that it will really help you. So if there's any other questions, please do reach out. Business is too hard to do alone. And my final comment to you is the world is waiting for your words. The world is waiting for your words. So don't hold them in, amplify your influence, and just get it out there. Your voice matters. Good to see you on here. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye for now.